Where this segmentation really sings is because we're using social data in actual behavioral outcome data. It gets really easy to actually target people and understand people. And ultimately, it helps drive better sales. So more accurate data, great. But can we get that accurate data to actually drive sales for us? I'll go through a little case study that one of our beta users did with an email campaign. Okay, so one of the customers in our beta test had a cohort of 560,000 contacts who had not opened an email from them in the past 6 months. So these were potential leads for them. This is an insurance company. And they wanted to see if personalizing email to those non-responder contacts based on their segment could improve response. And so what they did is they segmented each of these recipients and they put them into one of 3 different subject line and copy sets based on their segment. You can see an example of the subject line and copy sets here. And so what the creative team did is they used insights from the taxonomy, social media information, the stuff they visited, the things that they're talking about. They used those to inform what types of subject line, what types of imagery to use to create these different ad campaigns. And so we can see here at the bottom, the baseline open rate for their campaigns here. So we can see their 2020 baseline open rate and then their click-through rate. So if we even got half of that rate, that would be a really big win. But the results from the actual tests were really impressive. Okay, so using subject line personalization and changing the body of the email, they were able to improve the open rate for non-responders over the baseline by 7.67%. This is a group that hasn't responded in 6 months, and they are performing better than their average campaign. And then the big kicker was obviously the click-through rate. Typical click-through rate, 20%, they got a 34% click-through rate. So when the people actually opened the email, whatever was being said in that email matched whatever their expectations were or their interest in insurance. And they got a 14% lift. Insurance, pretty big ticket item. So a lot of those converted into actual conversations with agents and then sales. And so overall, they took a non-responder campaign and drove hundreds of $1,000s of revenue just by understanding their customers and personalizing 3 different simple emails.